Good morning. Um, Good evening. Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to SKTV. Welcome to today's edition. Welcome and welcome. Let's share the show. What's on your mind? Like we say, there is a lot to talk about. So let's share the show, please. As you join us, let's share the show. As you join us, let's share the show, folks. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Let's share the show, please. What's on your mind? Let's share the show, please. Melbourne will be joining us. What's on your mind? What's on your mind? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to every one of you. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Let us know where you're following us from, girls, your location, please. Like Bird de Noir did. Bird de Noir is the only one so far that have. Ernestine Bernard also did. Uh, yes, let us know what's on your mind, and we'll bring in Melbourne rep.
Asleep. Sometimes when you're sleeping, when you have some vivid dreams, it can be easy. So we are the dreamers, indeed. Like, here we come. So let me see. So I think with my team, Steve. Steve is set and ready. Yes, indeed. Let me see. Let me see what I can get. This done. Yeah. Quickly. Yes, so indeed today is Saturday. Yes. Steve, I don't know whether you're getting me. If you're getting me, let me say a pleasant good evening to you.
Yes.
Because to go.
What's up, Melbourne, my man? What's going on?
Thank you. I'm fine, though. I'm fine, my brother. I'm doing great. Thank God for life, at least. But today is weekend, though.
It's the weekend, my man. The weekend. I ate my dry red with.
I see. Yeah.
The people can call it. The people can call it. Said the people from Maryland when they call it Pamado.
Yes.
They can put small thing inside. They call it Tabadu.
Oh, Tabadu. Steve, look, when I saw that, when I saw that dry rice, I was like, wow. Steve, who prepared it for you?
Eh?
Who prepared it for you?
Look, I did strategic question.
Oh, no.
Let me tell you something. We ourselves can cook. Don't see us saying that like that. Oh, look at the boy here.
No, I chose your level.
When I come to the time, I will post something together so you say, I'm not doing it in front of you. I'm not doing it behind you. Before you say that they say or I say, I will go to the market. You can meet all the fun there, all the missing, everything will be free now. My boy only 18, only know when they get the one. Yeah, I'll put it on. Then I feel something right in front of you, then you will put your leg together and understand that
because when you see the egg, it's like I would wonder how come Steve managed to do the egg like this, the egg just look like that one female maybe that prepared the food.
The egg looking put together.
What kind of egg is that? Are you not managing something? Are you eating all of your money?
You won't bring plenty, bowl. You won't bring nothing in the town.
Why are you eating all of the egg, my brother? Why are you eating all the egg? You don't give me
some? Today, folks, share the show. Let's share the show, folks. Today is Saturday, the 9th of December. We are headed toward Christmas gradually. Melbourne, within the next, is that 21, 22 more days? We'll be talking about the end of this year. We'll be hitting January. We got 21 to 22 more days to end this year, folks. I know over the past we've had a lot of resolutions. Uh, some people have already started making their resolutions, and some of their resolution is for some of us to fail. Can you imagine that? For the SKTV to go down. Can you imagine resolution and like that? But anyway, we still love the Liberian people. We believe that the Liberian people are the most important people on earth. But most importantly, we believe the Liberian women are the most beautiful women on earth. Welcome to today's edition. It's 11 is it's 1:15 a.m. on the East Coast, 11:15 a.m. in Phoenix, Arizona, and it is 12:15 a.m. 12:15 p.m. May West. But welcome, and welcome to today's edition. Welcome to today's show. Um, we're asking you to please help us share the show. We'll turn to Milborn to update us as to what's going on in the town, what's happening, what's the latest, what's going on, because we are hearing a lot of different things in the town. But Milborn, what is the state of the nation and what's happening? We look forward to you, Milborn. Ted, we can hear you.
Yes, indeed. Thank you. Thank you so much, Steve. You just need it up because the time check here in Liberia is 16 minutes down, 6 o'clock, and it's in the evening time. And today is the 9th of December. So we have about 22 more days to go. Then we say bye bye to 2023. Indeed, thank you. Liberia is going good. Liberia just so interesting, but we are moving very strong. We are moving good. Everything here is on course, and the weather condition here in Liberia is also good. We are already in a dry season, so indeed, and we are in a festive season. So marketers, people are going about with a normal business or businesses, doing everything to make sure that they put food on the table of their family members or of their people. So indeed, yes, we are good. Apart from politics, indeed, politics a little bit slowed down because election finished. So everybody now recalibrating, as we may call it, or people are going back into their various positions, trying how best maybe to put our house together, maybe to come back again whenever there is elections. Indeed, apart from the news on yesterday about the city mayor, Jefferson Koji, which of course it was sanctioned yesterday. That was one of the news, and that news been trailing around, even though other people have their own reactions. Other people are saying yes, it's good. Others are saying I don't think that's right, but that's it, and that their views also. Indeed, apart from that news, again on today, I think it was between, if I'm not mistaken, between maybe the morning time, we saw a transitional team members of have been close to so many names that have been placed on the transitional team coming from the Unity Party or the rescue team. So indeed, and there are a lot of names there. Other people say yes, I think yes, those names are good. Others are saying no. How will you have? Maybe you have your son, you have your daughter also. So these are things that we just following on the social media. People giving their own reactions on all of these things. So far so good in Liberia. These are happening, and these are news that is going on, and we are all good, Steve. Even though all of our leaders are out, they are all out, but indeed we are great. We are moving about peacefully, and everybody going good. Apart from what happened on last night, sorry, there was a tragic accident last night, and we are still getting unconfirmed report that almost about 3% that lost their life on last night, but we are still following up on that accident last night, which of course that was so terrible. A vehicle that ran straight into the home of people right there at Satan, and indeed that was so terrible for us last night as people. So far so good. These are news. These are happening from us here back home. Steve, you are muted though.
Sorry, Melbourne. So far, so good. these are news and happenings from us here back home. The voice of Milborn Johnson Kula here with True FM. And if you're following us, this is SKTV. Those of you listening to us via the radio, we say thank you for your support, your continuous support to SKTV. Milborn, before we get into other news this afternoon or this morning, wherever you're watching us from tonight, we want to thank those of you that have subscribed to SKTV. Last night, we follow up on some of the listings, encouraging you to please, follow up. Please continue on the subscriptions. Very, very important. Please continue the subscriptions. And yesterday, I know Siku advised that it wouldn't be prudent or strategic to put out the names of those who subscribed. But we want to let you know that we are following and updating the subscription list. And thank you so much for those of you who have done yours. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to SKTV as we continue to follow. There are a lot of things happening around the world. Let's bring you some news from around the world. On Monday, President Donald Trump will be testifying in his own trial in New York. Even though it seemed as though it was advised or recommended by his legal counsel that he shouldn't take the stand. But as you will know, our former president, Donald Trump, decided that he will take the stand and he will talk for himself. So that's it. Donald Trump will be testifying on Monday. In other news also, current president Joe Biden, his son has 9 charges on him, 9 different charges brought up to him. So from this part of the world, not easy. The president during it, the president, can you imagine? And the good thing about America, it can be your son or your grandson. The president taking no responsibility for that. In my Ellen Johnson voice, in my Ellen Johnson Sally voice, your son will be accountable for what he did wrong, or will be held accountable for what he did wrong. Speaking of that, we are getting unconfirmed information that Joseph Yoman Boakai Jr., his son, has been meeting with some Lebanese people. We'll follow up with that story and we'll bring you the detail, but we need to remember that particular reporting. Joseph Yoman Boakai Jr., his son, has been unconfirmed report, has been meeting with Lebanese people and collecting tin. So when the news is broken, the Manasseh will lie again. But let's move forward just a little bit. In other news here. In other news, folks, it's important for us to know that the UN, the council met and they voted for there to be ceasefire in the Gaza because it's not easy. The bombardment, the killing of civilians and innocent people and civilians serving as collateral damage, it's sad. It's sad. The number has increased over the years, and so Melbourne, it has become a serious problem. So the world and other leaders are calling on the American government, so it's not easy, my people. But the American government veto that, but they're going to take it up to the next level to get the help that they need. So very, very interesting things happening. Here the House is debating. Here the House of Representatives is debating on the budget to ensure that they provide financing for Ukraine, because Ukraine seems to be running out of money. And that's where we are today with the situation with Ukraine. But let's share the show, folks. Sekou will be joining us Monk will be joining us. Today we'll have a full program. We'll have a full set. Everyone will be represented. We're very, very hopeful for that because we got the signal that let me see if Monk is trying to position himself wherever he is to be able to join us on the show. Let me double check here, make sure that everything was sent to him as he, as requested. Yes, everything was sent to him. Let me make sure, folks. So let's share.
Somebody job on your mail. I don't know what kind of bread you have. Look, okay, check. I don't know. Check. Ezekiel. Forget about. We will talk about you can call about press conference.
Oh, coming to other news. We say on internet. Coming to local news. So let me tell you something. Let me tell you something today. If somebody think that they were born to defend, let them make it a job. That's not any problem.
But that's the best thing to do.
The way I looking, I want to pass around me defending him, my friend, him, be my friend, man, or somebody else. No, not. So some people that a job, some people defend a job. We are in the first 6 to 9 months, 1 year, when they couldn't see the way clear, they switch to opposition and it begins to begin Joseph Boaga people. Some of them are women, some of them are men. So let them kind insult, let them kind. Look, let me tell you something. You know what happened at the end of the day? You see people will shamelessly crawl back here and be saying,
yes, indeed.
SPP used to say, and the truth. Thank you. We got one apartment for them. We got in that apartment, we divided into 2. We got the shameless people, we got it on the side. Then we got another side again, where we got people that we can be passing around confused. They their own life confused by nature. Their lives is so what is supposed to bother some more. Let them cause circle, let them cause me, let them cause the network. Anything they want to do, let them do it. The only thing we ask them when you come here, just disagree respectfully. Don't use F words on the platform. We don't do that. The places where they can use F word, you already know there, you can go there. As long as you're not using F word, you're not disrespecting and causing nobody, you are more than welcome. You are welcome to the show. This is an LeBron platform. Everybody,
you gotta respectfully disagree. That's just it. That's the disco, and that's the thing.
If you eat your goffo and you get nothing good, and that's not in your car, or you're not leaving your state, or you're not going somewhere, and you decide that, hey, I won't go on SKTV just to look for attention, come here and say feel good, any issue. So let them continue. Yes, some people are solely committed to being blind law. So let's bring Melbourne on real quick. As I know Sekou will be joining. Let's bring Monk on. Monk is muted. Monk, wanted you to greet the people really quick because we're in other news here. Monk, what's up?
What's up, guys? What's going on? What's up again to the listening audience? The great philosopher Aristotle said, it is a mark of an intellectual mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. You don't have to agree or to insult people. Just give people the chance to express their opinion. That's just it. You can listen to them and you can learn take some insight from one or two, but you don't have to accept everything that they're saying. But the fact of the matter is you to give people the chance to exercise the independence of thought. That's just what it is. Like you said, Steve.
Yes. So in other news, let's go locally. Liberia. In Liberia, the news is spotting up today after the election for the very first time. We saw Honorable Yega Koluba. We saw Honorable Yega Koluba taking his positions. Honorable Yega Koluba made some very beautiful points, and I respect him for that. I do. I respect Honorable Yega Koluba for that. And I see someone already started attacking Yeke. But Yeke has proven to be solid. Yeke has proven to be resolved, resilient. And Yeke has proven to be somebody who will take his position regardless of what you think or what you say. So Yeke was clear today with everything. Yeke was very, very clear. Yeke was deliberate in his statements. He didn't mince his words. Yeke brought us a very, very important point about his speakership, about those who enabled President George Weah's government to fail. And that's just the truth of the matter. Many of these guys, many of these women that you see going on different platforms and other places. Talk about the inconsistency before. That's exactly what it did. And that's how our people looking. Most of our, they will encourage you to do what is wrong. Later on when they come, the same thing they did with Charles Taylor. We're talking to him and he not listening, and he can't listen you. Well, but you stay there. If you say you resign because you talk to the person and they're not listening, then you will make more sense. Pass around and be in that same boat or be in that same environment and enabling that person's behavior, like Joseph Yuma Boaka did. He sat with Ellen for 12 years, took pay, but then he said he was a packer. That's not true. But we're getting to all of these things because we want the word, we want the Liberian people to see what is factual. Let me tell you something. One thing I know is this. Y'all can get there with us. Y'all can cost us or whatever it is. Y'all will be forced to respect us. And the way I know how your respect us is when SKTV coming on, those of you who even disagree with us can be glued to the radio to listen. Those of you who hate us can be here commenting. Those of you who, so that means you respect us. Because if we make it to you and what we're saying a lie like you claim, then you will not even be here. I mean, on the show, don't be calling me. You watching the show, then you calling me. What kind of thing that?
Yeah, man. I would have.
But I want to expose for security reasons. But you know, brother, you watching the show? Just watch the show. Enjoy the show. Yeah, enjoy it. You will be calling me. So you want me to put you on speaker so I can call your name? Watch the show, brother. Leave that thing. Yeah. But you see, so this is the issue. So you come, you respect us. You're what? Let me tell you something. Some of you respect us highly. The only thing that you're afraid of is you're afraid that we're exposing your people then who started to laugh at a very early age. That way you got problem on, but you ain't get problem on naturally. Yo, you're done. And you know we're not lying. The fact that you're even reacting, you know we are not lying. No, we're not lying. You know that. If we're lying, then you'll bring all the facts now. Same thing lying on here. But let's get to the issue, man. Let's get to the issue. Yeah, Mohamed Ansel Dollar, you are a stakeholder from Minnesota. You are a stakeholder. Before we go to the musical break, since you put Mohamed Ansel Dollar is a stakeholder, not only that stakeholder, a registered stakeholder. That means he has subscribed and he is abiding by everything we have requested on SKTV. So these are the people that can openly say they're a stakeholder and we welcome them. So folks, let's share the show. Y'all share the show. You don't listen to the people who can't. You can't the power. You not even say that you're on defensive. You get on defensive here. Yeah, you get the thing just starting here on the. I see them on defensive. You're not on defensive here. You're not on defensive. You get on defensive. Y'all, we're coming back to have the conversation. Y'all will get on defensive. Yeah, and y'all be on defensive. And United Party announced the list today for the inauguration. We don't get a problem with it. I see some people from Nima County or in Bad Regional do me. Oh, only one person from Nima County, all the fighting with the other one in the inauguration, Benin again at tribalism. Yo, be fun. And that Nima Town, I'll see you saying part 2. Now we get to the musical break. We'll be right back. We'll come back from it. We'll visit that particular inauguration list. We'll discuss Yega Koruba press conference. We'll connect with Sekou. I know Sekou was getting ready, but he's running late. We'll connect with Sekou. Sekou need to finish up the update that he had because we not gave him enough time yesterday. And we'll move forward from there with the conversation today. So, Mr. and Mistress Defensive, you please get ready. Yes, we got defense minister in here by force now. Mr. and Mistress Defensive. The defensive party. Yeah, we'll put you on the defensive. Not any problem.
Oh, na 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 na. Just let people them. D12 on the beat. I know they send you to monitor. Go try them say you not see me yo. I know they send you to slow me down. Go try them say you not see me yo. I think you. You, yeah, yeah. You choose to live, you want to live. I choose to live, I want to live. Oh, yeah. I think you. Oh, yeah. I think you can, you, yeah. never coming down. Yeah. I know they sent you to slow me down. Go tell them say you not see me, yo. I know they sent you to monitor. Go tell them say you not see me, yo. Move on, yeah. If you come to worry me, move on, yeah. If you come to stress me, move on, yeah. If you want to slow me down, move on, yeah. You choose the life you want to live, oh. So I choose the life I want to live, oh. Now I deep into you, oh yeah. Now I think you can you, I got the juice, I got the sauce, I got the feelings the people like. I got the juice, got the sauce, got the feelings the people like. Yeah. Move on, yeah. Tell them say you not see me, oh. Move on, yeah. Tell them say you not see me, oh. I know they send you to monitor. Go tell them say you not see me, oh. Move on, yeah. Go tell them say you not see me, oh. Tell them people them me and me, make people them from me. Go tell them say you not see me, oh. Nobody better than me and me, make people them from me. Go tell them say you not see me, Super lepe mama, super lepe mama, super lepe, super. Show me a friend, I will tell you who you are. Watch what you do, it might turn around on you. When you point the finger.
Okay, folks, we were not going to hold you up too long. Siku will be joining us here. Listen, Mr. and Mrs. Defender, Mr. and Mrs. Defensive, you now get started on you're welcome to the show. You're welcome to the show. Imagine your husband, your boyfriend, your wife, your children, your family member, even your pa who born you, who is last name behind you, sitting there ready and you defending somebody else. You're disgrace to your father. If you're not married, you disgrace to your. If you are married and you passing around defending other people, you are disgrace to your husband. I don't want to say it. So, Mr. and Mrs. Defenders, you're come. Yeah, you're come. We'll not get a problem with you. Y'all, please come. We'll be here for you, Mr. and Mrs. Defenders. We saw the same thing with CDC. What thing happened? At the end of the day, what thing ended up being? We're not even want to go. Anyway, let's get to the issue. Mr. and Mrs. Defensive, Mr. and Mrs. Defenders, anyway, I want to call yourself. Y'all be on the defensive. That y'all get to defend. That y'all get to defend. We'll say as it is that y'all get to defend. No, let me say this before we get to the conversation. If you think we are afraid, or if you think y'all will bully, push, disrespect, threaten, say they want to get anyone or afraid, I can just be looking at somebody and just laugh. So because we in America, so that means I want on neighbor screen and I in America they bury it. We are labyrinth here. You go to your medicine minute. You go put you go do anything. We will say the truth on the platform. You will not do nothing. Your medicine minute will not do nothing. Just so you're here. And some of you are sending threatening messages. We'll kill you. We'll kill the other person. We'll kill the other person. Okay. And not any problem. You're killed. And the men of God, one of the men of God said, when we create that job where we're going to die as a winger, and I still living, and I told him, say he's a fake as a winger. Okay. We here. Yeah? We here. That one will lead that one. We'll get to the topic. But just so you know, we are not afraid. We welcome everybody on the platform, and anybody, as long as you're a Liberian, you'll be welcome here to discuss the issue that concerns Liberia. Anybody, whether you disenchanted, whether you sedition, whether you a former liar, whether you a former role, whether you a former crook, will bring you here. You will make your case right here. You will tell the Liberian people. The SKTV is open for the Liberian people. SKTV is open, and I hear The thing we can talk, we can talk behind the whole yeah, we can talk outside.
Yeah, man, sorry, my man. I really been listening to your man, and your man is really blasting.
But let's get to the issue.
Yeah, man, yeah.
Mom, I don't know if you had the chance to follow Yeke's.
Wow.
If you had a chance to follow Yeke conversation this afternoon. Yeke, I don't know if you listened to it, and if you did, then what is your reaction?
I'm yet to listen to the Donald Trump of Liberian politics. I hope I had I wish I have seen or heard it earlier, but I will look for that video to watch it again. You see, I love Yeke. He's the most consistent lawmaker. I love people who fight against a corrupt system. Yeke has been the most consistent lawmaker. He doesn't care about his party label, whether he opposition. He goes after the opposition even more than he would do a ruling party and could care less. That's why I've given that name the Donald Trump of Liberian politics. He doesn't care whether you will on the same team or not. The right thing should always be done, and he could care less about the repercussion. You know, he make decisions and he talk things like they will say, oh, "Okay, you might not like his style." I say Yeke is not that refined, but Yeke always speak the truth. That is why you can put a conglomerate of forces against Yeke, and he would defeat anybody. Yeke is the only lawmaker that can tour the length and breadth of Liberia and still be popular. I have never seen that from anybody, and the reason is simple. People love advocacy leadership. People love people that fight for them in politics, and that's why Yeke has proven over the years. That is why he's so loved and he's so popular that even CDC chairman could make the attempt, and yes, Yeke beat him by more than, I think, 12 or 13,000 votes to spare. So Yeke is the man of the hour and will continue to be the man. One of the number one, like I said, one of the staunch opposition in Liberian politics that have been consistent in my lifetime is Yeke Koluba. Liking or hating, sometimes you may not like his presentation, sometimes he will not say things that will be favorable to you or sound pleasant to your ear, but the fact of the matter, he always speaks the truth. You know, people with that kind of a background, they are not crafty. It's the same thing you saw in America. They might not give you fancy words that might sound like the typical politician, but the fact, if you dig deep, you will know that they are saying the truth just by their presentation or how they say it. And that's just why I love Yeke for, and he has proven over and over again to be someone you can depend on.
Well, Monk, you're right to that point, because Yeke talked about a lot of different things. Yeke talked about a lot of different things today, and I found it very, very interesting that Yeke has already started. Look, it will interest you to know that we have not even gone anywhere yet. And Yeke has decided that, you know, he would be an opposition. That tells you that Yeke is seeing something, had heard something that the public has not heard, to even turn him away. To say, you know what, I'm not going there because the guidance seem more like, the guidance seem more like the 2.0 of what we just fought, or they would be worse. So, I mean, I agree with you, Yeke. Sometimes he acts weird in a form that, he takes some positions and he says some things. But Yeke, in terms of his advocacy or taking certain positions critically, some people might look at it as him being political, but he has been very consistent on being able to distance himself from the issues, from people, from certain people and certain things. So yes, Yeke started it today again. But let's get to Sekou really quick. Sekou, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you, Steve.
Yes, welcome and welcome.
Thank you, Melbourne. Thank you, President Monk, and a big thank you to Truth FM 96.1. Greeting to everybody there, and greeting to all of our valuable friends and well-wishers. And follow all of SKTV. I want to say thank you to all of you for following SKTV. I know seeing me on the screen right now, some people are jittery. Some people are confused. They wish I didn't show face today because they love the Yeke conversation. They don't want any information from Ghana or Raleigh.
No, but we'll get over
selective amnesia, right? They don't
Yeah.
want information from Rhode Island or Ghana.
Yeah, there was no information for Rhode Island or Ghana. But yeah, we do have some information to share with the Labrador people.
Yes.
Something we promised. I want to say thank you to all of you. And those of you who are saying that you love my shirt, thank you. Especially the ladies. The guy who say he love my shirt, they want my shirt. I'm a friend that he want my shirt. I know him. He want his shirt. But anyway.
But so, you know, that share there, you know,
I need one second. I gotta respond to this call.
Yeah, please go ahead. That share that Sekou got on, you know, the scene where had the glasses got missing for a couple of days. That share, you know, that share will go MIA. The one looking at that particular suit, it will go MIA again. Yeah, but we'll discuss that one in other news. Anyway, so Melbourne, what is your take on Yeke? Before we get back to Sekou, what is your take?
Oh, yes, indeed. Thank you so much, Steve. You know, I'm still following up, but our year you kept talking about the War and Economic Crime Code, you know, and that's one of the things that I think all Liberians are really, really yearning for. So for him to be brave. And we talk about, he said, Senator Prince Johnson, when we were in opposition, when you were supporting President Weah, we used to talk about the War Crime Code just to make you scared. But how be it, my father-in-law, please let the War Crimes Code come, and it will come. So I think Yeke, Yeke is not putting himself in the situation that the Liberian people want. So for me,
guys, why don't you just do us a favor and give a snippet of that video, at least for the audience sake?
Yeah, I think
where the Yeke video today.
Yeah. I mean, like play maybe for about 2 minutes.
Yeah, at least a couple of minutes.
Maybe about 2 minutes.
I didn't load it in there. Hold on 1 second. I didn't load it in there. I just followed.
Because maybe deal where I call it Spoon Network. He said all the people that are frustrated people that were once upon a time, you know, that were.
You know what? We'll play it in the last minute here. We'll play in the last minute here. But you know, that's a good recommendation, Mom.
Yes.
I'm trying to find it, but to not take away, it's about what 40 some moment, 34 minutes. It is about 34 minutes, you know. So what we'll do is we'll find the time to upload it while we're on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we want to keep all the conversation
and quickly, Steve, he said something. I think he also talked about the American government that we don't want you people to be maybe putting fear in us. Maybe when we are into opposition, so allow us to protest. Protest is not crime. Allow people, you know. So actually, he said a lot of good things, and I hope and pray that all the things that he's saying, because he's talking about even reducing budget for the vice president. So there are so many things that Yeke is saying, or in fact that he said today during his press conference. So we got to look at some of them.
We'll play at the last minute. We'll play at the very end. We got a video. We'll load it and play at the very end. But let's hear from Sekou, because we left the people somewhere yesterday, and we want to keep them up to date and abreast with the information. A good one you gave. So the program said we lie. The other say we lie. Then we'll drag it into different things. You know, say yesterday in your lie. So we now want to lie. Mr. Kane, since you here with our fan share, I told them the share will go missing. Like why the share will missing.
I can see the jealousy in your face.
No, that they love. That share will let them.
But you cannot make it. I can see the jealousy in your face.
The jealousy in the Memphis about you, but he just make it.
Yeah, but that's true. You just not make it, Steve.
But let's get you time to update us really quick, and then we'll get to other things.
Okay. Yeah, first of all, I want to say again, thank you to all of you. You got to share the show, folks. You got to keep sharing the show. It's very important, and you got to actually continue to like our page, follow our page, and also subscribe. For those of you who subscribe between day before yesterday and yesterday, I think it's about 29 or 30, I'm not sure. But that's still not enough. I stay, stand by what I said. If we can get at least 200 subscribers by Monday, I'm going to take a sabbatical. That is 100% setting. Maybe I will kind of focus on growing SKTV Live, the other platform, instead of coming here to kind of, waste my time with a lot of stuff. But again, we promised yesterday that we are going to give information from Monrovia to Accra, Ghana to Rhode Island. And now we are here. We have about 10 minutes before we go to the news bulletin. But today no news bulletin today on Saturday, right?
Yeah, Saturday I don't think we'll do news bulletin.
But then we good.
Yeah, so hold it for a few times. Yeah.
Okay. So, when we said that it was not easy, and whatever was going on in Ghana kind of gave birth to what was going on in Monrovia. So I can safely report to you today that the Unity Party and the so-called Unity Party alliance, there is a big division right now. There's a big split. And it's very serious. As I speak to you, I can confirm to you that the former vice president's son, Joe Parker Jr., is also in Ghana right now as I speak to you. I can also announce to you that Joseph Boakai's nephew, Jay Kabakoli, is also in Ghana. Steve, remember I told you in the back that after Friday, there will be a lot of people. After that, certification, there will be a lot of people going to Ghana. And there are a lot of people in Ghana right now, and there are more people to come. So the fight is in two folds. Number one, the people are fighting as to who to make the decision when it comes to appointments, when it comes to major decision. Joseph Boakai's surrounding, they believe that this is their victory, this is their win. They only brought Jeremiah Kun and other people in to help, but it's their decision to make. On the other hand, Jeremiah Kun and people around him, they're saying, these guys want to bully you. Do not submit to their bullying. You are acting constitutionally, and there's nothing they can do about it. The man was leaving, he gave you the mantle of authority to decide in his absence. And by virtue of the Constitution, should anything happen, you are the president. So don't allow this guy to bully you. So SKTV can also tell you that this person called Sylvester Crispy is likely going to be the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs. Opposition that Mo Ali, Boakai Jr., and Jay Kabakoli wanted. But it looks like that person called Sylvester Crispy, who is former Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs, he's going to be the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs in this government, Joseph Boakai government to come. You know, when you guys were here, you were discussing a lot of good things. You were talking about, but people are so into this Joseph Boakai thing. Now they all ears right now.
So,
And
Mr. Kenneth, quickly.
And they're tagging their friend right now to come down.
So, Mr. Kenneth,
When you guys are talking, we're all talking about the Google thing, and they don't care for that, but they care about G's. They care about, new thing. We gravitate more towards G's.
Yep. So let me ask you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me ask you the question why you continue here. So you are saying SKTV were reporting that based on keeping all factor constant, Mo Ali and what the guy named Jacob Akoli, who's been very close to Joseph Nima Boakai for all indication. They didn't just make it for that position of Minister of State.
As a matter of fact, I can tell you the guy that I will just mention to be the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs. He is not one currently in Ghana, but we can tell you the hotel he's in. He's in a Marriott Hotel in Ghana.
But the man at B-boy now.
Yeah, the man already started, the man already started, the big thing. And you also call the hotel room number, we can tell you, but that one not necessary for his own security. Yeah. So you need to share the show. You need to share the show. You need to like the show. You need to make sure that, everybody follow the show while we are talking. Because I'm not going to be here for a long time. I got other engagement. But Steve forced me to come on the show today.
Yes.
So the fighting is not easy. They have concluded on some positions, especially that position for Minister of State for Presidential Affairs. Remember this guy here, who is a former Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs, he reportedly supported Alexander Cummings in the last October 10th election. But Joseph Boakai trusts him. Jeremiah Kum trusts him. They believe his ability, his intellect, and understanding, especially when he served as Deputy Minister at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So he's going to be the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs. Unless they change. And if anything changes, definitely we'll let you know. But we can confirm it. There are other people that flew to Ghana yesterday. But we were told not to call their name. We should respect their something, but we call their name when they participate in the meeting. We'll call their name. So, with regards to what is going on in Rhode Island, that communication that you saw yesterday, it did not come from Joseph Boakai himself. It came from his team. People that feel like they are going to be left out. Because the way it's looking now, Joseph Nima Boakai does not have a say as a person, even though he was the one elected. He is focused on his health. Two days ago, when we announced the status of what's going on with the president-elect, people get angry, people attack us. And that information was also communicated to Joseph Boakai and Sir Johnny and his wife, who is signing for Joseph Boakai, Fatima Johnny, who is also poised to be Minister of Health. Fatima Johnny also has some Sierra Leone background. Some people call her Sierra Leone woman. But she's the one in control of what's going on with him when it comes to his medical activities right here. But the wife, the husband, is the one that actually sitting by him. So what they did, when they informed them that SKTV, that Sekou Kene leak information, so they decided they get infuriated, they get angry, they got angry and everything. But guess what happened? They say, oh, in fact, it's not safe, especially when we call the flow number. And people told us not to call the room number for his safety and security. They got angry. We received some threats. We received some calls. But yet, we report anything we know. And I don't want to be the carrier of bad news. But anything that the Liberian people deserve to know, we'll report it. In fact, after all the attack and disrespect and everything that happened, one of the person from the inner circle confirmed, oh, Sekou, the thing you talking, the paper now well bought. When you say the paper was airlifted, they're not true. Oh, I said, okay, airlifted was not true, but which one is true? Pape was rushed to the hospital. I said, okay. But it was not true that he was airlifted. I said, okay, that's good. I said, at least we agree on one thing. The man with SKT was right that the man was in the hospital. Right? Yeah. Okay. I said, what else? What else was not true? So, oh no, when you said that the complaint about the chest pain, that was the first complaint when he went to the hospital. He said, I want to do that too. I said, okay. You know, it's not funny, but sometimes those who don't know, when they come to attack you, to insult you, to call you names, under the pretext of politics, you just have to forgive them. Just forget about them. Don't mind them. For them, they don't know what they are doing. Just let them be. So, what else can you confirm? Because they wanted me to stop talking. But if you guys are transparent, you guys are not honest. If you want us to stop talking, you got to be honest and transparent with the Liberian people. So yeah, the full floating too, that's true. And I said, which hotel? The same hotel. I said, which hospital? The same hospital you call Marian Hospital. I said, okay. But because of security reason and for the safety of the woman, they decided that day supposed to be the surgery. It was yesterday. From the 3rd up to yesterday, they were trying to prepare him because his condition was not that stable. They wanted him to be stronger and stable before they can do the process.
Yes.
And so many people too, they don't want him to go through the process of having surgery. Most especially the one that deny, the one that deny that they will be, looked at as liars. They will be looked at as, people who betray the Liberian people. They will be called names. So those people, they don't want him to go through the process. But the doctor advised that it will be risky. The doctor say, if you love this man, let him go through the process. It is possible that he can recover now. It is possible that he can, be okay to go out. But if you allow him for the sickness to knock him down again, it will be risky. I can't say everything that he said, but he said it was necessary to go through the process. But they feel that because the information already leaked, Liberian people know now that the man was at Marian Hospital and know the full flow. They said they want to take the man to different hospital. They said, what? What do you want to do? They want to take the man to a different hospital. And they were told the heart place in this county, in this city, the city is called Providence. Rhode Island is the state. The best heart place in this place right now is where you are. But because the people then, they really worry about the popular sentiment so much, one, they are now okay with the suggestion that the process has to go through. Secondly, they now believe that the whole thing has been exposed, so they say they want to take him to a different hospital. So they decided to take him to another hospital called Rhode Island Hospital, there in Providence, Rhode Island. You listen. Because of the fear of people knowing the information, or because of the fear the doctor saying that if you don't go through the process, it's not good, and they don't worry about it. They just want him to be okay so they can take him out, even to show him on camera, to do things with him, to prove us wrong, to also somehow insert some certainty in the minds of their supporters, so they can come and cause for us getting your la, here's just a bad guy doing it, and the man walking, and the man talking, and the man doing it, the man playing lulu, the man playing pool, and stuff like that. They want to do that. They want to play fun with a man's life, which is very unfortunate. Now, today, we were informed that, in fact, the United Party people, especially the Bouaka supporters, they are fighting for Bouaka to go out on the 22nd of this month. Today is the 9th. So the people are saying to have the surgery, he will not be able to go and function like a normal person. It's going to take time to recover. So they call it rehab, rehab process, whatever that is. But Joseph Boakai put in, they want him out by the 22nd. So they can show him to the Liberian people the man is okay and possibly take him back to Liberia. Against the advice of the doctor. And one thing we also know is that the system in America, the medical doctors, the physician, the cardiologist, all the doctor, they got doctor. They have a network. They communicate. If one doctor tell you, say, in Rochester, say, my man, this thing here, you just 6 months to do the thing, or you don't do it 6 months, it will deteriorate, it will go up a little bit, or your condition will be more riskier and stuff like that. If you don't listen, that doctor can put it in their system. When you go to the other doctor in New York, when they check your record, they will see it. They will not tell you. They will say, the mayor was. They may already been to Rochester, Minnesota, and he was advised to do X, Y, and Z at this time, and up to now, he has not done it. He left. That doctor will not tell you why he or she is saying, but they know exactly your situation. I know people will attack, people will insult, but we are not deterred by that. And we are not doctor. We are not medical practitioner. No. We are just giving information based on facts available to us. So guess what? I will stop there for today. The one going to say that when I say that one, I will stop there for today because you know what? This thing is not funny.
Yep.
This thing is serious. Some of you here insulting, you think this is politics? I don't feel proud to talk about these things. It's not funny. It's not fun. This is somebody's life. This is somebody's father. This is the man who was elected to be president, who is elected to be president of our country. We care about him. You care about politics. You care about optics. You care about what is in it for you. You care about your position. The fight right now, let in the United Party come and deny this. The fight right now in Ghana is real and they are split. When I say split, really split. The transitional process could have negative impact on Joseph Boakai administration or Jeremiah Kun administration. Before I talk about the last thing that has to do with him as well, let me say this. Joseph Boakai supporters, Unity Party people, I'm not talking about the little one that are coming here to write nonsense. No, I'm talking about the real people. The one that matter. The one that partake in decision making. They didn't do a good job. They did not do a good job. Now, we are where we are because of their failure to prepare themselves, to prepare the Liberian people, to prepare our mindset, to prepare us what to expect. There's nothing wrong with that. Even to have informed the Liberian people, knowing that this man was clear, to inform the Liberian people that he was undergoing some issue, that there was a pacemaker inserted in him because of heart problem that he developed from the stress of the campaign of 2017 and from the stress of serving as vice president for 12 years. The fact that this man was clear with that, to confirm that on radio, on national radio, you have no reason to have anything about him. Liberian people, they know all of that, they saw all of that, they still voted for the man. So there's nothing wrong with that. Liberian people know that they listen now. Everything you heard from SKTV, maybe we were lying, but when the man said it, Liberian people, they heard it and they believe him. But yet they still when they voted for him. In fact, they said even if the man is in the mortuary, we will vote for him. They said that. They voted for the man knowing that he's not well. So you got nothing to hide. So what you should have done, or you can still do, is to manage our expectation and your expectation. Managing expectation means give us accurate information. Tell us our president-elect is going through some medical issues. He'll be fine. And we'll keep you posted. The people will trust you. It's called public confidence. People will believe you, they will trust you, and you keep them updated. You don't have to give 100% information, but at least put the people in the know of what is going on. Now, what happened? Ask your constitutional scholars. Is it possible for the man to be inaugurated while he's not in Liberia? Like for the United States, if you are in American embassy anywhere around the world, it's considered you're in America. Anything you can do in America, you can do it there, and it will be considered legal. Can they take the man, let's say the man go through the surgery, but for some reason, for him to go through the recovery process, can they take him to Liberian embassy in Washington, D.C. to be inaugurated? Whether through Zoom or through anything, is that constitutional? Those are the things, the questions you should be asking. Accept the fact. Then you will find the solution. Is it possible that the man can go through the surgery because if at all he went through the surgery and then he cannot travel, I'm not sure if the man will be able to get in a flight, especially if this is going to be a triple bypass surgery. It will be even riskier to take him and put him in a plane to go to Liberia under that condition. So you ask, what could happen? What could possibly happen? But the most important thing you need to do, very, very important, is to make sure that you keep the public informed. Because it may not just anybody. This man, for God's sake, he is a president. And not for you, the United Party people. He is president for Liberia and the Liberian people. So Liberian people deserve to know. There's nothing wrong with that. Anybody can get sick.
Most definitely.
And let me tell you this. Tomorrow, we will give you another information about what is going on there, if we are permitted, say tomorrow. But the reason we can say it, we work with sources. We can't talk about all the information we can. We take time to process the information, and we choose what to share with the public. For our own security, for legal ramification and other things. So we know exactly what we're doing. So today, Steve, when they talk about the idea of Joseph Boakai possible return to Liberia on the 22nd, they ask him whether he can make it. He said, yeah. They asked him to walk by himself. He could not walk by himself. Somebody had to help him out. I will stop there for today.
Thank you, Mr. Kane.
Wow.
So folks, I know Sekou will probably be back in a little bit, but here is something that's very interesting that we have pointed out here before. And you guys think this is a joke, you think this is a lie. And we're seeing similar pattern from the see. They were not prepared in terms of leadership. They wanted leadership. They jump around, they bounce around for years, singing that they will come to leadership. They were giving leadership. They were not prepared for it. Winning election are one thing. Leading or ruling are another thing. So that being said, for all indication, the United Party is struggling and suffering and worrying about their own survival. Mind you, Jeremiah Kun is from EMDR. Now, MDR, I mean not EM. MDR. He is not from the United Party. He does not owe the United Party any loyalty. He doesn't. If anything happens where he should take over, for now, as far as we are concerned, Jeremiah Kun is in charge. Yesterday, the communication we read from the United Party, we told you that is a sign of confusion. And we said when Joseph Yuma Boakai was leaving on the 29th and 30th to the 1st, sometimes last week, they wrote a communication saying they delegate all the responsibility to the vice president-elect. As far as we are concerned, until Joseph Yuma Boakai can return to the country, Jeremiah Kun is in charge. Yay, Jeremiah Kun is in charge. Jeremiah Kun runs the show. Jeremiah Kun makes the decision. Jeremiah Kun is the president-elect. We told you also, before others can come in, that any vote for Joseph Yuma Boakai was voting for Jeremiah Kun. Your pass around, your causes. The reality will kick in. Some of you who are running around, you think your government and your government will get a job. You will see yourself in part 2. But let's hear from Cyrus. Let's hear from Cyrus in America first, then we'll get to Cyrus in Labramont. What is your take, my man? Because this looks like a survival of the fittest right now. What do you think?
One of the toughest things for him to do is what they call adaptability, to change because our brains program to follow old patterns. Let me tell you something. You see, the people who are complaining about how SKTV is lying, how they are spreading fake news, they are jittery. The reason they are jittery, they are trying to exercise something of a psychological game here. They were warned, they were informed. People talk about the risk factor. You see, as humans, we are susceptible to two things: sicknesses and death. Everybody is guaranteed that. But there are risk factor. The reason people talk about risk factor is about something they call recovery. The younger you are, it's easier for your body to heal as compared to an older person. They got 6-year-old and 7-year-old in hospitals with arrhythmia, irregular heartbeat, and heart problem. But guess what? If they were to go on a surgery, they will recover much faster as compared to someone that is in their early 80s or late 70s or whatsoever. People told you the risk factor, yet you choose to make the decision. So, and you know one thing, our Liberian people, they are very interesting kind of a people. I think they should be asking more questions than disputing why it's happening. Because this cassette or tape were played before. They told you exactly, and you see everything our photo is being played right before your very own eyes. And yet, you are still disputing. I don't know. I can't get the logic. It's not like something that happened under the blue sky. No. Even prior to the election, you were told about this problem. And I don't want to call a favorite nephew because he gave you a play-by-play description. And everything that he said is happening in real time. But yet, you still want to dispute it. The thing is, I don't think they're trying to dispute. They just think that by talking about this, and make them to look even crazier or make them to look dumber because we told you before, you seen it happening. So why is that to dispute? You know, there is one thing about rumor, there is something they call reality. Something was speculated before, and everything that was speculated, you seen it playing before your very own eye. But yet, instead of saying that we are ashamed or we made a mistake, you want to come and still play the crazy thing, and you think it's about politics. And we will not stop talking about this because Joseph Boaga is a public figure. So whether you come here, you believe in what SKTV is saying or not, the fact is over time, people will be vindicated, and you are already seeing the sign of that vindication on SKTV. So you can dispute it all you want. It's not going to change the narrative. Joseph Boaga has an underlying health condition that poses a risk. Let me tell you something. Sekou and Steve, I'm into the rest of the team and even the listening audience. The reason people are jittery is it comes down to power. Whether they will postpone the procedure or they will conduct that procedure now, I think it comes to the ego and the power and the people who roll on the Boaga cocktail for the sake, for economic reason, to get better job at the expense of the Liberian people. They knew the risk factor. Like I would say, that's why the whole rescue team, even during the campaign, they told you that the Liberian people were not going to see Joseph Boaga too much on the campaign trail, that they were going to be the one campaigning for him because they knew from day one what we were getting into. The question, their fear here is, if Joseph Boaga undergoes that process, taking his age and the recovery time into consideration, it means they will end up losing their leverage and Jeremiah will be the one running the show. That's their fear. Because they want to get their job secured before he can even put. Is it for them? Their job come before Joseph Boaga health.
Yes.
That's why they fear. It was the same thing that Henry Costa said from the beginning. That's why I tell people, if you doing election, our people really don't pay attention. The dance, the merit make them paying attention to details. And that's one of the problems we suffer in that country. People love to take action before they think, instead of thinking before they can take action. Now, everything I was predicted, it just splashed in their faces, but yet they still cannot agree and accept the fact that it was a huge blunder. It was a mistake on their part. I can tell people, we all want for Joseph Boaga to live. Even if Joseph Boaga is not able to govern, for me, I want him to live his life to the fullest, and God himself should be the one to call Joseph Boaga from this planet. I don't want people, because of political reason, that want to take advantage of his health situation to be the one running the show. And I believe in an older man, he can make the best decision for himself by placing his health over this whole thing of a presidency. The presidency gets an opportunity, my brother. You must live to be able to govern. So I will put his health first, and I hope whether he conduct the process or whether they do something, some, how they call it, some quick fix. But the fact of the matter, I think Joseph Boaga health should be priority, and we'll keep discussing it because he's the elected president of the Republic of Liberia.
Thank you.
People ought to live every aspect of his life.
So when Saros says something, we will expand a little bit about something going on in Ghana.
Yeah, so let's hear from Cyrus, and then we'll get with Sekou, and we'll open the line. Cyrus for Liberia.
Yes, so let me say good evening to our SKTV follower and to all of our fans and supporters. And I stand by the word, Liberian women are the most beautiful women, and Liberian people are important. This is the reason we are here to speak the truth. You know, this is no strange thing. Liberian people
She will sue you for copyright violation.
No, I got right to that. You know, this is serious. I feel so sad. I feel terrible about this news. And the Liberian people put themselves in this thing. Liberian people, they go for this thing because they knew all of what was going on. And this is the thing. I don't want anything to happen to the president-elect Joseph Boaga. You know why? Because I want him to perform a miracle that he told the Liberian people he could perform, that he can lead, he can govern, he can make the change. And this is the reason I don't want anything to happen to him. This is the reason I want him to be, I want him to recover. I want him back in Liberia. But it's scary, and this is true. A lot of these tiny United Party supporters who come here to insult, who do not even know what is going on, we don't blame them. They write out of feelings. And I will tell you this, the hierarchies of United Party partisans, they do not come to defend anything because they know these are the reality. This is the truth. These are the reality of the day that they cannot accept. And let me say one thing that my big brother Mon said. The people now, their only fear is Joseph Boaka will not be running the show. The people who expect themselves to be running the show, they think that they'll be on Jeremiah Quinn. Jeremiah Quinn is about to run the show. And now their faith is what they're questioning. What becomes of their faith? And this is their only problem. Like when people put themselves in this thing and they go for this thing, they sign up for it.
Yep.
I put they not listening, I put they not pay attention like Mon said. They didn't pay attention. I put not paying attention. In fact, they had a statement that even if he dies in a grave, they'll vote for his spirit. Those were statements coming from Liberians who claims to be educated, who claims to have masters. Is that they will even inaugurate his spirit, they'll vote his spirit. Imagine. So I mean, this is where we are. This is our country. And they can't stop us from saying it. You say SKTV lying, but how can you can't come out to disclaim it? Because they know these are all the truth.
Well, thank you, Cyrus. Thank you so much. Just before we go to Sekou, let me make this statement quick. You can use lies and propaganda and cover up and ignore and ignorance, doing campaign and other activities. But when it comes to governing, propaganda, lies, and the other thing, they don't cut it. And the fact that y'all won't start anything with lie, and y'all won't come to make your lie to be a reality, the same way how CDC thought they could be pissing on our head and telling us it's raining, we inside. Any lie you put on will counter it. We'll tell the Labron put the truth. Mr. Khan, it's up to you.
Yeah, I just want to briefly agree with both Cyrus and you when it comes to the fear factor. The fear there is not about what could potentially happen to the woman. They don't worry about that. The worry is about what's in it for them. And we said this over and over, time without number. We're very clear about it. They know exactly what is going on with the woman. The people that are denying, that coming here, y'all lie, that fake news, those are the number one fake people. And so many people that I thought that they got sense. I'm very disappointed just because of job. Just because you've been promised, you've been given job. You can't come. So many people then, they profess to be some of the, integrity outcome. Integrity icon that people see them, people respect them. But some of you coming here, so I saw some of them right now. I know some of them. I know some of the fake account. And some of them they say they be people. I don't want to call their name. Saying they are scared to show their face. Saying they are a bunch of sycophants and cowards. That's fine. But just to add to your point of the fear factor, Joseph Nima Boaka Jr. is already feeling that right now in Ghana. While the conversation was going on, he said displayed. Him try to show some authority. And then one of them asks, but in all these things, what is your position in the party? Say what? So what is your position?
In government, boom.
Yeah, because they ask him, what is your position, whether in the party or even on the campaign team, doing the campaign? What did you do? What is your position? Do you know how it got here? He was somehow discouraged and disrespected. Even regretting why he has to go to Ghana. There are other people in Ghana. Anyway, Steve and Costa, they say they make it all. But then when Costa came, I say make it all in one day. First, they will make it all. Now, second, they will make it all in one day. But let me say this. The funniest part of this whole thing, is what's going on in Ghana. But everything that is going on with our president-elect in Rhode Island, in America, there's nothing funny about it. Our prayers and talks about him, we're praying for his speedy recovery. We want him to be good. We want him to be okay. We want him to come and serve his people. That is why he was elected. We are praying for him. Stop carrying the misinformation that SKTV is praying for something wrong to happen to Joseph Boakai. That's not true. Even you are saying it, you are lying to yourself. And God will punish you for you praying for something to happen to the man. That is wrong. You are not more Liberian than anybody. Not because your party win does not make you a more Liberian than any other person. Just because your party won the election does not mean that Joseph Boakai is your president and is not the president for other people who did not support him or did not vote for him. You are daydreaming. And if you think whether it's Joseph Boakai's presidency or Jeremiah Kuhn's presidency, if you think about bullying people, attacking people, insulting people will protect them, then you are misleading yourself. You are in a big delusional posture. Because you know what? We hold government's feet to the fire. The sad thing about the whole thing, we're talking about health. Let Joseph Boakai be okay. Let him come and form his government. Let's see the composition of that government. Let's see who are taking position and what position in that government. We are limited because of something that has to do with health. For humanitarian reason, there's certain things that you can't say, and there's certain way of talking. You can't talk like that because you will come across as insensitive to some people. But there's no way you think you can defend Joseph Boakai. Some of you who are here and you are leaders, some people in Ghana, they're here watching, and you're the one having this because you're the one forming the government. Let me tell you, you don't want peaceful transfer. Start your governing process in peace. You got to start speaking to your beginning, your small, follower and supporter them. Let it be positive. Let them be there to be making friends. Let it be, somehow projecting positive image of the government that will come. But it will continue to attack people, creating more enemy, political enemy for Joseph Boakai and the government, or Jeremiah Kuhn and the government. You have a rough start. Before Steve still going to go to Liberia, but before we go,
yeah, we'll take some calls.
Yeah, before we go to Liberia, let me say this to all my Liberian people listening to us in Liberia. We don't hate Joseph Boakai. We love him. We want him to be okay. We want him to come and serve his people. But we will not settle down for lies. We will not settle down for deceptions. We will not settle down for a bunch of sycophants to lie to the Liberian people, to use the old man as a stepping stone to exploit our country. We will not let that happen. You can rest assured. No amount of bullying, attack, insult will change that. That's all I'm going to say.
Just before, I know I wanted to say something. Anyway, we can go to the radio. I want to say something.
Go ahead, quick, Mo. Say something for a second or one.
We've been on SKTV for a while. We know how our people communicate. We know they are very good in sending encrypted messages. They speak in code. If anybody comes on the platform and tell you, say, SKTV panelists want the worst to happen for Joseph Boakai. You know what they're actually saying? They are saying something in reverse. They are literally saying that the thing that we fear in the past is about to happen to us, and it looks like it's happening. But for them, they just don't want to accept it. So in return, they are telling us that, oh, SKTV people want to talk about Joseph Boakai, they want the worst case situation. But in actuality, what they are saying was, we were told this thing, and it's happening right before our very own eye. That's their way of accepting the reality. But you know what? They want to flip the script and say that, oh, the panelists on SKTV or SKTV as an entity, they always talk about Joseph Boakai. They want to make her afraid. That's what they're actually saying, because everything that is happening was photo, and like I said, it's happening before their very own eyes. It's their way of accepting it, and they want to flip the switch. That's just why it is. Because nobody is wishing anything.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Monk. We call that projection. You know, in psychology, people project their feelings.
The projection strategy, the media.
Yeah, they're projecting their feelings on us, the fear that they're having, instead of
yeah,
finding a way to cope with it. But you see, that even makes it even worse, because that means they have no sense or willingness to even say, you know what happened? Let me reconcile this, because we are in terms of reality. Reality is kicking in, whether you like it or not. That's just the fact of the matter, right? And so when you think that you can pass around, lie about things, play games with things, then it catches up with you. Then you won't get very other people. You won't blame other people. Oh, you're just discussing the pape health. The pape, not just any pape. The pape that order up president and the president elect. So you just forget about that, man. Talking about the pape. You know you want pape there, you let him. The fact that you say you let them pape, there's something wrong with you. But that being said, we'll get to the news. You think we're stupid, yeah? Let's get to the news. Let's get to you work with Milborn.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Steve. Let me say thanks to all of you. Thanks to Sekou.
And Milborn, like they did the other day, right? Just 30 seconds. Don't argue with them. Let them say whatever they want to say. 30 seconds, you're done finish, you take the next caller.
Good. So let me get to the line.
Let them say whatever they want.
The first, hello, Chief. How you doing? Your name and from where you join us?
I want to thank you. My name is Luis, and I want to thank SKTV. The other thing that is happening, when you take side in an election, the guys, Sekou Steve, they are not credible. The reason is that if James Botte come now and explain to Liberian people, they may somehow believe James Botte, because they didn't take side in the election.
So who is the Liberian people? Is it the body people? A lot of Liberian people in Liberia.
And then, but you guys were with Cummings. The fact is that there's no evidence, there's no proof that you guys giving, and the Liberian people are not complaining. You are the people that complaining. Liberian people.
All right. So, today's going to go over to this call. Good evening. And Emmanuel, after the show, please call me. I have to save your number. Indeed, you are one of the stakeholders now. Yeah, thank you. Go ahead. Yo.
That is what some of us don't believe. I don't believe in his leadership, because there is a man, whenever he wants camera, you always forget about himself. Mr. Boakai is not where that man needs to be with a children or the grandchildren, then for him to come to the well, that brother is complex. You will find the most of us that know that he is out of that charity. But when he is not well,
all right, thank you so much, Emmanuel Sano. 0778-339682. That's the number to call.
Before you take the next call, it's important for us to clarify this rumor, because we're on the radio. People who represent the Unity Party, people who are from the Joseph Yuma Boakai camp, just like Joseph Yuma Boakai, they are all liars. I say it. There is no proof, no fact to the effect that Sekou and I or SKTV supported any presidential candidate in these elections. Now, it's one thing for you to think in your head that we supported somebody. It's one thing for you to make propaganda to run it around with. That's fine. But for you to come emphatically and say and project it on, we vehemently reject that. And you carry that nonsense in the Unity Party, lying, conniving, and deceiving camp. Don't bring that foolishness on the radio again. Thank you. Let's move on.
So to this caller, good evening. Yeah, Chico, are we good? All right, thank you so much. Even if the casket, I don't know what is there, they will vote for him. To this caller, hello, good evening.
Neighbor,
Yeah, Chief, go ahead, your name and from where you join us.
thank you. William Covey, Johnny from D Street to the Secretary General, United Party National Motorcycle Confederacy. Let me appreciate you, Stephen Sekou, and the other panelists. You know, I'm listening to the information. Thank you so much. But you see, I just got a suggestion that, you know, let the rules go across the board. While we are telling Coro not to insult on the board, please, Stephen, at least try to maintain the language on the air. You can critique, you know, everybody who get problem with that thing there. Who get problem about the insult now, I beg you, please. So the issue is, now, I want for SKTV to be definitely tonight to tell the Liberian people what are these things they talking about Bwakasi is their opinion or is it a fact? So that
All
we
right.
can keep it on the count.
All right, thank you so much. What is the platform opinion of facts? To this caller, good evening.
Yeah, good night. How you doing, sir?
Yeah, Chief, go ahead, your name and from where you join us.
My name is Lucian Suman, and you join the National Rugby Community of you guys complain about Joseph Baka illness and your campaign against Joseph Baka will say sickness business, Joseph Baka sick, Joseph Baka sick, Joseph Baka died. They didn't help you guys to win the election. Joseph Baka have won an election, and we applaud him for that. We congratulate Ambassador Joseph Baka, and we know that you're going to do the Liberian good job.
All right, and we know that in fact you will do the Liberian people job. To this caller, good evening. Yeah, Chief, go ahead, your name and from where you join us. Mm-hmm. We're not getting you. I know you. Yeah. You gotta put less strength in your voice. Yeah, go ahead.
So maybe after that we have some developing information from New Orleans, so you got to share with our people. I'm not even hearing that person.
All right, we're not getting you. I don't know what happened, but yes.
Yeah, please let's get some updates really quick.
Yeah, we got some update, but somebody calling me here. This person is also close. Let me.
Okay, take that call. We'll get back with you. But Melbourne, quickly, let's answer that question that was asked. First of all, nobody insulting here. Maybe that United Party partisan needs to go and read dictionary or try to define the words that we use here. We're not people that insult. We can communicate well. We know how to speak English. What I said here, I stand by 100%. It is not an insult. You'll start passing around with lies and deception and propaganda that we on SKTV, Sekou and I supported Mr. Alexander B. Cummings or CPP in these past elections. No, that is not true. You know who we supported? On SKTV. SKTV supported Senator Yomri Kanga Lawrence, Senator Darius Dillon, and we openly supported and campaigned for them on this network. So these are people who supported openly. We have not supported any presidential candidate in this past way. We said whatever the Liberian people choose to do, we accept it. But that being said, it doesn't mean that when we welcome Joseph Yuma Bwaga as our president-elect, that means you will be passing around lying. No, we'll not take that one. Go ahead.
So Steve, thank you so much. We may not take any more call in Liberia because of time factor. While we were on the show, we received an update, and I'll try to confirm that it has been confirmed that the Oman situation, when I talk about he's not being able to walk by himself, he has to be assisted by somebody. Some family members have started to plan to go to Raleigh. As I speak to you right now, the daughter-in-law from Minnesota is flying down to Rhode Island. You listening? I hope you're listening.
Yeah.
Beyond that, we told you for the past since the 3rd, whether he was transported from one hospital to the other hospital, they said they were preparing him for the process, the procedure. It was supposed to be done yesterday, it was supposed to start yesterday, the surgery. It didn't happen. So today, it was supposed to happen. But guess what? Those of you who are in the medical field, the reason why the surgery will not happen today is because his pressure is going very, very low, not very high. Very, very low. And I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. Let me leave that part, the other part. But again, the pressure is going low. As a result, he's not helping himself he's not able to keep himself awake. Sugar, they've been trying to put the sugar up a little bit, but no way. The sugar is very low. The pressure is very, very low that he can be able to keep, to be up. So that is kind of really rendering him helpless. So he kind of oversleeping. I didn't want to talk about this, but I'm just sick and tired of the deception, arrogance, and stupidity of people who are pretending to love Joseph Parker. They don't love him. They only worry because their lies and deception will be exposed. They only worry because they depend on him to appoint them, to give them position. And if power changes hands, it means that Jeremiah Kun will be the one responsible. They don't trust him. They believe he's not one of them. They believe they wanted to use Jeremiah Kun and Prince Johnson to get the presidency. But God was looking at it a different way. God forbid, Joseph Boakai will not die from sickness. But the condition, if it continues to be as is right now, Joseph Boakai could live another 10 years, 20 years. That would with God. But he might not be physically strong and mentally capable to lead a whole nation. And I don't even think his family will allow him to be exposed in a certain way. So I think we should, instead of denying, continue to deny, we should be praying for this woman. Let me tell you something. All the people that have been talking that lie, that fake news, that if they had anything else to prove, but now they finish go take camera to this man's house to go talk to him. Tell you that. But now they finish taking camera to the man's house,
Yeah.
talk to him. But now they finish taking picture with him. But now they finish organize party with him. You know why they were angry and insulted people who were planning the program in Philadelphia? They believe that they wanted to expose the woman. They don't trust them. They thought it was meant to expose the woman. That's why the United Party put out that document, ostracizing those people, insulting them, making them to look like they are enemy of Joseph Boakai in the Unity Party. So if anybody who is listening, whether in Monrovia, you're in Ghana, or you're in Rhode Island, if you think we are lying, if you don't believe what we are saying, please go there, go to Rhode Island, And I can tell you again, the new hospital they took him to is called Rhode Island Hospital. Go there. Take your camera there if they will allow you to see him, talk to him. Like I said, there's certain things I will not talk. I'm just confirming to you that the woman needs our prayer. The woman is now well. And sickness does not mean he's going to die. No. Do you know how many people that are sick? I'm here, I'm sick. I believe many of us here, we are not well, but we have different conditions. We have different situations. And you don't have to get sick to die. We can finish talking right now, but tomorrow is sick will die. I'm a Muslim. I don't even care about dying. All I care about, I want to be in good state with God. I want to be on the side of God before I die. That's all I care about. But to say I will die tomorrow, I don't worry about that because I know it can happen anytime. I don't have to get sick to die. And you all should put yourself in that position. So don't think, say, because somebody discussing somebody's health, it means that the person praying for the person to die. No, that's not why it is. And the people that supported him, they didn't do it for him. We said this over and over. They did it for themselves. That's why they're trying to cover everything that's going on with this woman. Now as a family member, I just told you right now, call that daughter-in-law again and find out from Minnesota on the flight going to Rhode Island. Why? That is to tell you that the problem is not easy. Again, I'm not saying something different will happen, but I can tell you, if everything was okay, that daughter-in-law that lives in Minnesota today to go to Rhode Island, and there are other family members who are also on their way. But I'm not going to call their name to Rhode Island. So everything they will come here to say, liar, this, that, they're doing everything just to cover up. But Steve, Maybon.
Yeah, Mr. Kenneth, well,
I don't know what's going on, but let's pray for the old man and let's hope that he will be okay so he can go and serve the Liberian people.
So Mr. Kenneth, well, at this point, folks, there's a couple of people who are still asking whether the event planned, while we're talking about this, because all of these things are in collaboration and connections, right? The event planned tonight, whether it's still going to hold. Yes, I've confirmed with the people in Philadelphia that they're still going to host the event. And yesterday we called names of people who were helping. There are a lot of different people who help organize the event, right?
So before we leave the radio though, did they confirm to you whether the men who are preparing the program for are going to be there?
No, they confirmed. It's confirmed that he will not be present. Jose Yumabwaga will not be there tonight.
Okay.
It's confirmed 100% that he will not be there. They don't even have a signal, or let's say 1 inch or a percent of agreement that Jose Yumabwaga will be there. No, it's not possible. And those who are saying that we're lying or whatever it is, there are 2 events that will be hosted. One will be hosted next weekend. One is hosted today. One will be hosted next. The one in Maryland will be hosted next weekend, right? The one in Philadelphia will be hosted tonight. We got the address. We can read the address, or if you want to go there to go double check and see if we're lying, please go check there. You see, look, because you are in denial doesn't mean that the world surrounds you. It doesn't mean that the world people lying. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that. So wait now. This is a thing that can get me. Sometimes something that we don't even want to talk, but you can push people to talk something. So you think we ain't got nowhere to do. We got nothing going on in our lives. We can't sit down here to just decide we can lie on an old man who has done nothing to us. And we'll say it for the record. Joseph Boakai has done nothing to me personally. I don't think he's done anything to Civil personally. Neither has he done anybody or anybody. But Joseph Boakai is a public figure. He's a president-elect. We will discuss anything that has to do with him because it will trickle down to the country. You think we come here a bunch of hyenas and people that who looking for jobs to pass around today or tomorrow when they take jobs? Say, hey, we're telling you, and the same thing you're talking today, Joey, I can't listen. We're telling Joey, but you will stay there. You will stay there. You'll lie to the Liberian people that the same thing you want to do and will sit there and what they call you. But anyway, let's welcome Patrick. Patrick, welcome to the show.
Yeah. Patrick is one of our reporters in Kakata, Mangibi County. Patrick, this is the first time on camera on SKTV, but he's been reporting, he's been writing, he's been doing a lot of different things. He's been going live, he's been giving all the information from there in Mangibi. We already hit our time. I don't know what Melbourne is trying to do before I can welcome Patrick in to say something. Melbourne is on the phone. Melbourne, I mean, it's already time.
Melbourne, you ought to make a case on behalf of the management.
You are muted.
Sorry, but management have another program. I think you see me back to back calling here and there, and also
Yeah.
Facebook.
Okay.
And
Okay.
Facebook,
So that means you guys living now, correct?
Yes, indeed.
All right. Thank you so much, Melbourne, and thank you to Truth FM for everything. We will be here again on Truth FM tomorrow, but we're still going to be on the show right now because we are live on YouTube, we are on Instagram, we are on SKTV, and we are on SKTV Live. So we're just going to go off Truth FM. We stay there. So, Patrick, how are you?
Yeah, I'm always CEO. How you doing too?
Doing great. So now you have time to introduce yourself to our very important fans and well-wishers and followers. Introduce yourself and tell us what's going on in Kakata or in Mangibi as a whole.
Yeah, thank you so much. So the name is Patrick Yemeni Moyer, and I am from Mangibi County, specifically Kakata, and I'm privileged to be the recruiter of SKTV here in Mangibi County. It's actually an opportunity. Mangibi is great. Everything is going on smoothly, though everybody cannot be certified at the same time. But everything is good.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm muting him.
Yeah, just the atmosphere, especially the political heat. After the election, it's another election of power. Power struggle has taken over the place. And for Kakata, Unity Party won Kakata overwhelmingly. Mangibi County in general during the first round of the election, and also during the round of election November 14th. But what I have noticed so far after the November 14th election is those hierarchies of the party in the county, they have started fighting among themselves for power, especially the position of superintendent. It is the most lucrative position in Mangibi that many of the hierarchies have eyed over the past time. And they are fighting among themselves. You look at the party chairperson, which is a woman. She wants to be superintendent of the county. You also have the party secretary general, Uji Morris. He wants to be superintendent of the county. And other people who also supported the party, especially those senatorial candidates who later on came in and supported the Unity Party, they all are eyeing the superintendent position. So all of the citizens of Mangibi County are like, wow, who do we get this position to? Or who does the president-elect appoint as superintendent of the county? And CEO, for one part, the current superintendent of Mangibi County, Jerry Vani, he was appointed by the president. He's actually a young man. And the fear of Mangibians now is that the president of the CDC government or president we are elected, appointed rather a young person to serve as superintendent of this county. So the fear is they don't want for the Unity Party government to go team, especially appointing somebody who does not have the experience, somebody who has not served in such a capacity or has no technical know-how when it comes to the position. And appointing young person, the person will be somehow socially inclined, not very focusing on the job. So that is their fear, and we are just hoping for the best CEO. But there are a lot of things happening. There are a lot of things, especially that I've been following the show and I've been following the page. Each time people do live podcasts, we always see people from the United Party angle, on the podcast saying that, oh, it's a force and it's leading this misinformation. All of those things will happen. Even as much people had for something, they will certainly do all they can to protect it. During the campaign, there are a lot of things that are being said from all walks of life in Liberia. The young people, the old people, they all were like, you will vote for Joseph Barker even if he dies. Even if he is in a grave like Cyrus Manning said. That statement was not only made in Monrovia, that statement was not only made in Bonsvada or, Lima County or Lofa. That statement was made all across the country. But now that the president has won the election, the thing that really thing is that I don't want for the youth to keep beating around the bush. Or if somebody speaks, they fight, they come and bully you, or they come and throw jabs at you and be forth what exactly the truth is. The poor man is sick, and even if you look at the woman physically, it's not really well in his body. It's not anybody's prayer that somebody should be sick or somebody should die. But let the fact be told and accepted by those who are accepted. But they know full well that the woman is sick, but because they too they need a position, so they will do all they can to be on the front line and defending those, on two stories. If we what about unearthing those stories, they come and vandalize or insult us and say a lot of things about our character. But it's not something that was really based on because that has happened over time past. And the reality is Ambassador Barker is sick. I'm not saying that he's not 100% okay. That's okay rather, but it's been established that he's not 100% all right also. So let us accept the fact and pray that he will get well. It's not anybody pray that Ambassador Barker should not take seat or Jeremiah Kwan to take over the country. Jeremiah Kwan is a Liberian. He is from Nima County. Nima County is part of Liberia. But again, that should not be the ladder that Jeremiah and others should claim, in getting the highest seat of our country's democracy. So the president he left the country when he went to the US. There are a lot of things we have been hearing, like he is also associating himself with Stanton Waterspoon, who has been a prosecutor for this nursing documents few months ago. He is pending court trial, especially going to prison for the 8 months or 42 months. So the president that let's say associating himself with such an individual or such a character is something that we Liberians should also condemn. Because Stanton Waterspoon, nobody is against him, he is a good man. But for the character now, for what has been, leveled against him and has proven to be true, which of course he has accepted the fact that, oh yes, he's sold documents to people who did not work 28. So if that has happened and he has been, charged and forwarded the full pending deal. So I don't think the president elect should be associating himself with such a character. Those are people who America, is angry at. So watch what happened yesterday when the U.S. government sanctioned the Omar as a deficit Makuji also. And the United Party have been against the sanction, which approach are too and against the too much sanction in the government or in the country. Nobody will pray that, few government officials to get the sanction. But if the character of those government officials are not speaking well for them, they will need to be sanctioned also. So I don't want really for the president elect to be 100% around Stanton Waterspoon. Stanton Waterspoon character has been dragging the mud. A few months ago, he has been dragging the mud. So if our president elect will continue to circle around Stanton Waterspoon, though he fought for him too, to reach this far by associating yourself with influential person, especially in the America, where the Americans' eyes are all on you, the president-elect. I don't think that should be happening. So, CEO, there are a lot more things to say, but for Magidi country, Magidi is great, and the people are very happy, especially like I told you, future citizens of this country supported the Unity Party government. They voted for the president-elect, Ambassador Joseph Boakai, and we are all hoping for the best. But the manner in which the guys are proceeding now with this power business is actually scaring citizens also from this side. Everybody want to be in lucrative position. Everybody want to get position. You know, people fighting each other, this and that. So we pray that those who are qualified and competent will be appointed into those positions that, you know, they have the technical know-how and the position with the post they can occupy, and we get the best out of them. So there are a lot more to say, CEO. So I'll stop here and listen to Cyrus, and maybe we'll continue with other discussion. Thank you so much, CEO.
Thank you so much, Patrick. As young as you may be, you are very eloquent. You understand the dynamics of politics and journalism as to, you know, what's going on in our country. And you know exactly what's going on. And this is your first time coming to talk on camera on here, but people have seen your work. You have seen what you do, the reporting, the interview you have conducted. We have a SKTV, you know, in Magibi. People have seen it, and we are grateful. I want to say thank you, guys, all the young people. SKTV, we are very proud to have all of you, and we are very happy for the work you do. I know. So yes, continue to do what you do, and from time to time, like I said, every time we have a conversation, we always drop it in the SKTV group chat. It means that once the link is there, you are free to just log in, you know, and be a part of the conversation. The only thing, you came now when we're about to finish, so you will not have enough time to to talk more.
Yeah.
But yes, so, in fact, there's certain thing. There is information that I will post there later on. You guys should read it. It's related to the link that we're going to be sending out. There are certain things you may not be able to do, but with that link, there are a lot of there are a lot of things you can do with it too. So yes, indeed, I want to say thank you to you. So Cyrus, before we go, do you guys want to take some calls from the diaspora?
Yeah, Mr. Ghana, we can take calls and get the views of.
Okay, so let's get calls. People, you can call in and you can call in and tell us how you feel. And I believe most of you who actually care about Liberia will offer prayer, you know, for the Omer, and we pray that the Omer is okay and recovers greatly. So, Steve, we were about to say you ran away from all.
Yes, I got it, Mr. Kennedy. You know what? I got to do it. That thing was not accomplished yesterday. I want to accomplish it, but so I'll be going to take care of it quick. So I'll leave.
Okay.
I'll leave now.
Yeah, no problem. So, but we are being about to go now. We're just opening the line to take a few calls.